We've got a big game on Sunday against a team that we've always had wild, crazy games with. So we need to continue to build on what we've done, and that's play better, play consistently hard, and find a way to get a win. And we've done that recently. So it'll take more of the same in a game that people will come in and say, oh, they're supposed to win this one, and I'll give all the reasons. And we've been there, done that. So it's important that we prepare and prepare mentally as well as physically. A bit concerned on health. Valentine did not play, obviously, in the last game, and I don't know what his status will be. He's having an MRI on the knee. Techie did not play because of a knee injury. We're hopeful that he'll be able to play. So we'll see if we can get Val back in terms of a guy that's given us a big bonus. But we've played better, and that's given everybody confidence, and we've won, which also adds to that. So we're excited about where we are and determined that we're going to find a way to play better on Sunday. Anything?
Coach, you talked last week about finding that lightning in a bottle, and now you've gone on to win 2 in a row. Do you feel like they found that lightning in a bottle, or do you think this is just kind of a little bit of a turning point? What do you factor into it?
I don't know that I would describe it as lightning in a bottle. I mean, we've felt like we've got the pieces to be successful, and we haven't found ways to win close games, underlying close games. So if you're going to do that, you have to have somebody that's going to step up and make a play when you have to have a play. And when we've won, we've done that. And when we won close games, we've made sometimes they've been hard plays. They have not been easy. We made hard shots. We found a way to get a ball. And when you do that, you win. And I know what our record is in close games. So we need to be determined and tough and say we're more than capable, and then make the appropriate play to win. And when you win one like that, and we've had a couple recently, then it gives you confidence you're going to do it again. So that's our goal. We want to stay determined and play hard and talk about what others are talking about. They don't play as hard in the second half as the first half. They give up, and on and on. So we'll see.
Coach, last Sunday everyone was healthy and you got a big win, 70-56. On Wednesday, a couple guys were out. Val was out. Techie was out, and you still got a win. So do you think the team's finally learned how to adjust to some guys being out and not having the full roster? Or, yeah.
I was very, very proud when Valentine could not play, that Nolan Orang came in and played his first meaningful minutes since Gonzaga. And he gave us a big lift. I went back and watched the game, and his segments were good. He played smart. He did things that you win with. He did a good job of walling up and keeping people from getting where they wanted to go defensively. Didn't try to do things offensively to try to do things too quickly, and he gave us a lot of value. So we need to have somebody do that again on Sunday. And by him doing that, it gives me belief and confidence that we can put him in again, and he'll be able to perform for us. So that was good for Nolan, good for us, and it helped us win.
Is there any level of frustration when you talked about how you know you're capable of performing, capable of winning, and sometimes it seems like they can't put the pieces together, although lately they have been. Is there any frustration when you watch that?
Well, we're 15-10 now. We're in 5th place in the league. We thought we would be better. We're not. We're 15-10, We're in 5th place. We've made some progress. First time all season we've been above 500. We've made progress. It's not where any of us wanted to be, it's where we are. So now where can we go to from here? And that's the challenge. Frustration, I think we all have that a little bit, but if we're frustrated all the time about when things don't go well, you're not going to perform. You gotta be tough mentally and compete and say, I'm going to prove what I can do, and together we'll prove what we can do. So that's been our theme. We're not the Lone Ranger in terms of teams across the country that you say, well, we thought they would be better. I'm not worried about other teams, but this is not the first time it's happened. So we just now need to say, what can we do? Can we finish up in a fashion that we'll be proud of? And that's our goal.
What's the thought of the week this week? Last week was fight. What is it this week?
Well, that's still an underlying theme to everything we have. Today's thought of the day is finish. That's what you're supposed to do. Finish. Dash, that's what you're supposed to do. So that's the goal.
Coach, Marvin Menzies is going to come back here for the first time as a head coach. He's been here as an assistant, I think, in the Ahaus Arena. How responsible is he for what's been built here?
Marvin knows. Marvin knows what he brought when all of us came in 1999, the spring, summer of 1999. He brought tremendous value. He brought credibility in Los Angeles. People knew him. They liked him. They believed in him. And he brought that to us. I love him like a brother. And I'll never forget what he's done for me, for us. He won't either. These kinds of games are never easy. When the ball goes up, you forget about who else is involved. But in between, before and after, you just as soon not play a good friend. Marvin stepped into a situation in Vegas that, probably why that's why you got the job. It became open, but it's talent shy compared to what they used to be. Given Marvin's Menzies' track record, it won't be that way for long. But Marvin had great impact on what happened here, and those of us who are with him, players and coaches, know that, value that, and will never forget that.
You brought him in and he was instrumental, obviously, in recruiting. Why was he such a good recruiter? And why is he such a good coach? What is it about him?
Marvin is a people person. He talks now, but he's not just a talker. He cares. And it's very evident in terms of the relationships he's developed with players, fellow coaches. He's genuine. And he knows the important things. And those that are around him know how much he cares. So I think that's his greatest quality. He's someone that is demanding, he's tough, he's firm, but he cares. And he's going to be there for you when you need him the most. And that's the best part about Marvin. He's not a front runner. He's not going to be there carrying the flag when you're 18-0. He's also going to be there when you need a helping hand and need somebody to say, you're going to be okay and things are fine. How can I help? When a guy struggles, whether it's long after they're gone, he's there to pick up the phone. How can I help you? And that's what makes him special.
5 games left in the season, in the regular season. Does this feel like it's gone fast? Has it gone slow? Where do you feel like you are personally within this season?
They all go by so fast, so quickly. We've got a little over 2 weeks of the regular season to go in 5 games. And you say, where has it gone? The seasons are grinds. They always are. And yet, you look up and we're where we are now. So we'll look up and say, let's see if we can make it longer and longer and longer to the finish line.
Trey, is there a little bit of frustration when the season's been kind of up and down? You guys know what you're capable of, but sometimes underperform. You know, lately it seems like all those pieces have come together. Where's your head at right now?
I mean, yeah, it's frustrating for sure, but as of right now, we're in a good place. Like you said, we feel like we're playing some of our best basketball we have all year, and now we're just, looking forward to keeping it going on Sunday.
I don't know you guys, I asked Coach this too, but I'll ask you guys. Last Sunday, everyone was healthy and playing, and you had a big win, 72-56. On Wednesday, Val was out and Techie was out, and you guys still won. So do you guys think you're finally figuring out how to get a win, even though some of the pieces are missing?
I feel like that whole playing with certain teammates injured has been a process this whole season, and it is something you have to get used to. But at the same time, when you have players out, that just means the next man has to step up. But I think we did do a good job this past game of just playing with what we had and not looking at what we didn't have in a negative way. We fought through and we came through with the win. But yeah, playing without all your pieces is hard to do, but at the same time, it's something you have to deal with.
Jeremy, how important is it to really refine and turn the corner, use these next 5 games to get you guys prepared for what could be the Mountain West Conference, and how do you kind of approach these next 5?
It's definitely important, and I say the way we approach it is just really just not looking at it more different than it was than these past games. It's same as any other game. It's just getting down closer to the end of season. But I think we just have to just keep practicing hard. I think that's where everything really comes together is practice, and I think we've done a good job of that this whole year. But coming down towards the end of season, I think we just have to keep doing that. Just keep playing hard in practice. Just whatever the coaches need us to do. So I think that's where it starts.
Trey, do you feel that where the season's been a grind and you're towards the end, and want to tweak a few things to kind of get some momentum going here towards the end of the season?
Yeah, I would say that. It's just, one game at a time. We can't look at these 2 games and be like, all right, like we're good now. Like, just look forward to the tournament. It's not the case at all. We still have things to prove, things to get better at, and we're just gonna, each practice try to get better, and then game time comes. That's the time you get better. So if we can get better game by game, then I think we'll be in a good place by the time conference comes around.
For either of you, does it feel like it's kind of starting to come together a little bit more so, I guess, at this point in the season than where you guys were at the start?
I wouldn't say like everything's coming together, but I'd say we're getting better at a lot of things, and it starts in practice, and it's showing when we play in the games that everything that we're working on is coming together. But like I said, it's a process, so we can't really get excited off 2 good games that we had because we still, like Trey said, we still have things to prove.
Two of you have kind of been streaky this year, and when one of you's playing well, the other one hasn't been playing as well, and vice versa. These last 3 games, you both have been playing well. Is that has something changed, or is it just that you both are trending up at the same time?
I just think it happens to just be at the same time. We always talk about it, how one of us is going good and the other one's not. But it's a scary thing if we're both on at the same time. It can be tough for the defense to handle. And then if we're both going good, it just helps the team even more with Malik and Z inside, and helps us get the shooters open and stuff like that. So right now, we're both playing good, and we're just trying to keep it up.
You have anything to add, Jeremy?
That it was frustrating when like this whole season, one of us would play good and then the other one wouldn't do so good. But me and Trey talk all the time. We live together. We talk, saying like basically, we know what we're capable of, and we know our talents, and honestly, it's on us to go out there and show it every night. So when we don't, we always have those talks, saying how we know we're better. And I think these past few games we've just been going out there with a clear mind and just knowing how good we are. And then I think it starts with confidence, and hopefully we can just keep it going.
Trey, as a third-year player, what does this game against UNLV mean to you? I mean, obviously the Rebels aren't what they once were, but it's still a rivalry between these two schools, and it's been an important matchup in the Mountain West the last 5-6 seasons. But what does it mean to you, and do you share any sort of level of expectation in that regard with your teammates?
To be honest, not really. It's just, to me, it's just another game. I don't really look at it as like a big rival game. It's a big game for us for sure, because we just want to keep this momentum going. We've been playing well the past couple games, and we don't want to like has happened this year where we win 2, happen to lose 2 in a row. So we just want to keep it going a game at a time, and UNLV is our next opponent, so it's a big game for us.